Hey sunshines, I hope you all are doing well. It seems like it's been a minute, but one of the things that I contribute to the success of my garden this year has been my flower beds. My flower beds bring me so much joy, but they also benefit my gardens and the growth of all the food that I have been able to consume, been able to freeze, been able to dry, been able to just simply preserve. I believe that this flower garden and these flower beds that I've created are a significant part of why my garden has done well. My garden has done well in the past, but in this new home or this property that we have, this is my second year gardening, and it's just been great. The abundance is crazy. This bed you're looking at right here, this was the first flower bed I created. I created out of the stones that I found on the property, lining it up with created the border right there and all the beautiful plants. I often sit there and just enjoy it. And then I did this wall as well. I kind of did these simultaneously, I would say. There are some plants that I'm going to move, some that are low, and then we have the higher plants in the front. So I'm going to be moving and switching up some things in this area, but I just love like just sitting here. The hummingbirds come by, the butterflies, bees buzzing, just so many pollinators, and it's just a beautiful space just to sit in and just bring peace to my mind. How about that? And so I'm just taking a walk through. These zinnias did so well. I love them. And so on this wall, we have a variety of things. And then recently on this side of the wall or staircase, I created this bed. These are some butterfly bushes that I recently moved from another space. They were dying and they bounced back. This wall right here, or this space on top of the wall, is what I just recently created. I know I did a reel or a TikTok, wherever you're watching this, showing me getting some clearance plants. And this is where those clearance plants went, dividing and splitting them up and just putting them on top of this wall, extending this wall. This wall already had like the hosta plants and stuff like that, but I wanted to extend it out. And so that's what I did here on top of this wall right here. And then these were clearance as well. These are some rose bushes. This is a hydrangea that has not bloomed yet, but it has grown. This is the second year I've had it. This plant, I don't know the name, but it's the first bush that I planted, or shrub, and I love it. And it's gonna stay right here. And then we have all these different types of plants. I have different types of sunflowers. I was going to give up on sunflowers because it just felt like it took them forever to bloom, but they finally did. There's another plant, and then I have a bunch of marigolds throughout the garden beds as well, which attributed to the success of this garden. This is my favorite sunflower. I'll show a close-up at the end, I think, but it's just so pretty. I like the color of it. So I'm just trying to show you all the proximity of my garden space and the flower beds where they are. They have a little distance, but it's been working. And I also have flowers within the garden itself, over, as you can see, over in the actual garden bed where the veggies are. So the veggie garden, there's actual flowers in there. And then when you go over to this side, this flower bed is the second bed that I created. It gets more shade, so it doesn't have as much color. And what I realized is a lot of plants that I planted in this area were spring blooming plants, except for, of course, this one. Why can't I think of the name of that plant? Anyways, and so it has a little bit of color, but I still like it. I really like this garden space, but I'm gonna try to find some plants that are that will bloom also in the summer for me. Because in the spring there was a lot of color, but once again it died back. The other area where I have flower beds is in front of my chicken coop. Once again, I put up a reel going to get some clearance plants, and this is where the other bunch landed. I also split like some of my hosta plants and other plants, my black-eyed Susans that are up there that were getting too big, and place them in this spot too. I'm thinking about changing the color of this mulch to red. I think red will give it more pop since the fence is black. And I don't know if you can tell in the video, but the mulch is actually black. But I'm thinking next year I might go for the red. The chickens are up there taking cover, taking shade, which why not? It's been so hot. But yes, I love me a rock border. And so I'm thinking the other garden bed that does not have the rock border that you all just saw, I'll put one there. But as you can see, I'm trying to show you the proximity of my garden beds with the veggies and where the flower beds are actually located. But the garden is still thriving. Like there's so much still growing inside this bed. And the bees are just buzzing, and it's just doing wonderful. I'm so thankful for the success of this garden space. That winter squash, it's good. I obviously we all don't see everything in every harvest that we do, but I've already harvested one of those winter squashes and roasted it, and yeah, it was wonderful. But the garden is doing great. I hope your space is doing wonderful. I hope that you are gardening your way. I hope that you create a space for you that brings you joy and happiness. And I hope things are